14届全国人大3次会议
The third session
第
of
3
the
场代表
14th
通道
National People's
现在开始。
Congress, the third
本场代表
Deputies
通道的
Corridor
主题是
now
基
starts.
层一
And
线
for today's
大
corridor
会新闻中
invites
心
the
邀
deputies
请6
working
位
at
来自
the
不同
front
领域
line.
基层一
And
线
we
的
invited
全国人大代表
the
走
6
上代表通道
deputies from
回
different
答大家的
regions
提问。
and areas
现在请
to
第一
the
组代表。
corridor to answer the questions. Now let's welcome the first group of deputies.
2位代表分别是
They
河
are
南南阳雅民农牧有限公司总
from
经理
Yamin
赵昭
Agriculture
代
and
表，
Animal Husbandry, Nanyang, Henan
陕
Province,
西
Ms. Zhao
延
Zhao.
安甘泉县乔镇村
the
党
other
支部书
deputy
记樊九
is
平代表。
Party Branch Secretary of Jiaozhen Village, Ganquan County,
现
Yan'an,
在请大
Shanxi
家开始
Province,
提问。
Mr. Fan Juyuping. Now the floor is open to
请第一
questions.
排中央广播电视总台 CGTN 记者提问，谢谢。
谢谢主持人，我是中央广播电视
With
总台
CGTN,
CGTN 的记者。我的问题
My
想提
question
给赵
to
昭代表。
Ms. Zhao
我
Zhao.
看过关于您的一些报道，
I
也
saw
非常
some
想了
your
解
reports.
您
I
在大
really
学
like
毕业
to
后
know
为
that
什么
after
会选
graduate,
择
why
返
you
乡养
chose
牛
to
当一名牛
return
倌呢？能
to
给我们讲讲您
become
的故事吗？谢
a
谢。
person that's farm
谢
with
谢
the
您的提
cattle.
问。大家好，
Thank
我
you
叫
for your
赵昭，
question. My name is
是
Zhao
一
Zhao.
名来自基层的全国人
I
大代
work
表。
at the grassroots.
河南省
I'm
南昭
also
县
a
泰山庙
deputy.
乡冯庄村
I
村民，返乡创业青年。
Returned to my
现在大家
hometown
说一个事儿
and
很
started
厉
my
害，
business.
喜欢用一个字来形容
And a
牛。
lot of things
我干的事儿是和
actually
牛
I'm
有
doing
关。
around
我在我
is
们老家南
around
阳
cattle
养了
or
4000多头
cows.
牛。
Right now I have
说到
4,000
牛，
cattle
其实我是既熟悉又
under
陌
my
生的。
management. So
我
talk
出生
about
在白河岸边，
cattle. I
南阳
quite
黄牛是这
familiar
里
or
的
not
特
that
产。
familiar. We
我
talk
从小
about
就
we
见过老
actually
黄
my
牛，
hometown
但
quite
因为一直
famous
上学
of
和
raising
牛接触并
cattle.
不多。
But
大
I
学
did
毕
not
业以
really
后，
have a
我
lot
做
of
了一
contact
个
with
让大家
cattle.
都想不到
After
的决定，
graduate,
回
actually
乡
I
养
really
牛。
made a
当
decision
时
that's
家里的
surprising
亲朋好
everyone
友都觉得我
because
太
my
冲动了，
families
他
actually
们
thought
劝
it's
我
not a good
你懂养
idea.
牛吗？
So they persuade
养牛
me to
又
say
脏又累，
you
你
didn't
一
know
个
how
工
to
业
do
家
that.
干得了
It's a
吗？
really that the
放着
hard
城里
work.
好的工作不干，
It's
为啥
not
回来
really
养？
decent work. So you could have
其
found a
实
really
我
nice
做这个
job
决
in
定
the
虽然听
cities.
起
So
来
why
有
you
点
came
离谱，
back?
但却
So
并
the
不是一时
decision
冲动。
actually not
大学毕
really
业，我在城里找了一
that
份不错的
reasonable
工作。
because after
但往返于
graduation
城市
I
和农
found a
村，
quite
我
nice
发
job
现城市发
that's
展的日新月异
actually
和农
between
村
my
的相对
commute
落后
between the
形成了
cities
鲜明的
and
对比。
rural areas. I
我觉得
really
我们这一代
saw a
年轻
big
人考
differences
上大学的目的，
for
不
my
应该是为
generation.
了离开落后
Why
的家
we
乡，
went to
而是
university
要
for
回来
study.
改变
It's
家
not
乡的
like
落
we would
后。
like to leave our home.
于是，
It's like we
我
would
怀
come
揣着
back
返乡创
to
业的
our
梦想，
hometown
决定回
with
乡养牛。
knowledge. That is why I would like to create
一
my
切
own
从
business
零开
in
始，
my hometown.
我
I
创立了
started
养
from
殖专业
zero.
合作社。
I also
当
created
时
my own
没有资
cooperative.
金，我
Back
贷
then,
款
there was
买来了
no
牛
fund.
犊，盖起了厂
I
房。
also
没
actually
有技
got a
术，
loan
我抱
to
着
build
专
up
业
the
书籍
factories.
啃硬
I
骨
didn't
头。
know any
没有
technology
经验，
behind,
我
so
虚
I
心
studied
向
a
村
lot.
里
I
的
read a
牛
lot
马
of
师请
books.
教。
I also learned from
我
masters
从
in
50
this
头小
regard.
牛养起，
Started
慢
from
慢
a
发展。
50 calls,
理
started
想很美
get
好，
step
但
by
现
step
实
to
很骨感。
increase the
2015
number.
年，在我创业的第7个年头，
After 7
我的
years
养
of
殖场
my
也有了近1000头的规模。
starting my business,
当我有
I
点小
had
得意时，
around 1,000
出事儿了。
cattle.
牛群
So you
出
saw
现了
it's
大规
quite
模的疾
good
病感染，
that result,
当
but
时的牛
actually
价也
a
出
thing
现了持
happened.
续低迷。
Actually, the price
我
first
经
of
历了
all
一段非常
decreased,
难熬的时间，
and
也
also
想到过要
mass
放弃。
disease happened among the
但每当我
cattle.
感觉
I
快
also
要
thought of
扛不下
maybe it's
去
a
时，
time to give up.
我就会问自己，
I could not
我干
proceed
的事儿
anymore.
对我来说
But
是
I
拓
asked
荒，
myself,
面对困难我要
I
怎么
really
办？
did something from 0
是抱
to
怨躺
1.
平，还
I
是像牛一
right
样
now
负重
encounter
前
some
行？
difficulties. I should give up, or like the cow, like
经
the
过多
cattle,
年努力，
to
目
move
前
ahead,
我流转养殖基
despite
地
some hard time
225
facing
亩，
right now.
同期饲养肉牛4000头，
I
同时
cultivate
流转种植基地2000亩，实现种养结合。
that the
合作社带动
cattle
周
for
边
beef
500多户农
and
户致富
also
增收。
to increase that the living standards advantages for the neighbors
我
and
最
also
欣
the
慰的
villagers
是，
there.
能够通过自己的技术创新、
So I
模
overcame
式
the
创新，
difficulties
带动更
by
多乡亲
innovating
们改
the
变多
models
年来
of
传统
breeding
低效的生
and
产方
raising
式。 通过探索
husbandry
粪物
and
资源
help
化
the
利用的
local
途径
villagers
和
to
方法
increase the efficiency.
把腐熟发酵的牛粪作为种植双苞菇、养殖蚯蚓的基料，
So I
打
also
通生态循环链
like
条，
to
提
transfer
供
the
更
call
多就
down
业岗位。
into that
在脱贫
the
攻坚战中，我通过技术指导、产业帮扶，
needed
帮助
for
200多
a
位贫
local
困户
mushroom
成
to
功脱
grow
贫。
and also help that the
这
local
些年
villagers
我在农
who
村发展的
lived
感受
be
是，
lifted out
农
of
村
poverty.
需要年轻人，
So I feel
农
that
业需要
actually
年轻人。
that the
对年轻人
agriculture
来
and
说，
rural
农
areas
村
they
和农
need
业都
young
是大有可
people
为的天地。
because we talk about the
从
rural
大山
area
深
there's
处
a
走向
vast
人民大
room
会
for
堂，
young people to
让
really
农村
to
成
use
为
your
美丽的
knowledge
家
to show
园，
your
让
skills
农业成为
because
有
there's
奔头的
a
产业，
big field
让农民
of
成为有
hope
吸引力
and
的职业，
also let
是
the
我
a
作
farmer
为一名人
become
大代
an
表最
attractive
质朴
job
的履职
and
方
that is
向。
also
谢谢
my
大家。
hope and a duty as
谢
a
谢赵州
deputy.
代表。
Thank you.
请大家继续提问，
Next question, please.
请这位举手的中国网记者提问，谢谢。
谢谢中国网记者提问。
Thank you.
樊
I'm
代
with
表您好，
China News.
乡亲们都叫您樊公报，
.net,
请问
and
这
my
个称
question
呼
is
是怎么来的呢？您在从事调解工作中是如何为老百姓服务
you
的
are
呢？
known
谢
for
谢。
being impartial, and
好的。
how did you get this
谢
title?
谢记者朋友的提问。
Thank you for your question.
我从小喜欢陕北说书，
I
后来
like the talking show
背死
of
学艺，
Shanxi from a very
上了
young
多年
age.
书
I
以后，
actually
回到
learned
家乡，
this drama for
乡
quite
亲们
some
认为
years,
我
and then I came back to
走
my
南
hometown.
闯北，见多识广
I，have traveled across
所以
the
啊，
country,
他们也有大小矛盾纠纷，
and
都
so
主动找我
when
评理说事，
residents get into disputes,
我抱
and
着1万
they
水单
reach
平的
out to
理念
me
化解了不少
to
矛盾纠
adjudicate
纷，
the
也
disputes.
赢得了
So
群众
I
对我
have
的信任。
embraced the spirit of
他们认为我
impartiality and handled a lot of
调解矛盾
disputes,
纠纷
and have won the
公平
recognition
公正
and trust of all
对
the
我本人
villagers.
信服口服，
They
而且还亲切地
recognize my
称呼我一声
perseverance
反公
and
道。
impartiality,
看到呀，
and
邻里
so they
和
give me
谐，
titles such as
越讲我是
impartiality.
我有一种说不出的满足感和
Over the
成就
years, I
感，
have harvested
从
a
此
sense of
我就
satisfaction,
走上了说事之路。
and
调解
then
的时间一长，
over the course
传
of
十，
this period,
十传百，
I have developed this
十里八乡
career,
的群众
and
都
my
主动找到
reputation
我，给他们化解矛盾。
expanded
我从事
to
调
a
解
larger
23
area
年，
of
共
jurisdictions, and
化
I
解
have
大小矛
been
盾纠
working
纷。
in this field for 23
2000多
years
起。
and have handled over
因此啊，
2,000 disputes
我
amongst
2次受到
residents.
司
And
法
that
部
is
的
why
表彰，
for 2 times I
甘
have
泉县
been
人民法
awarded
院
by the Department
替
of
我为
Justice, and
诉前
the
调解员，
People's Court of Ganjuan
调
County
正乡党委
appointed me
在
as
调正处
the
给我
mediator,
建成了反酒瓶调解室，
and they even
受这个
set up
影响，
a mediation room for
全
me.
县先后建
And
成
because of my
86个
efforts,
反酒瓶室的
the
调
Ganjuan
解工作室，
County set up
同时
86 such
也带
mediation
出了一
rooms.
批像我一样的人民调解
At the
员。
same time, a number of
化解
mediators
多年
have
的经
been
验，我总
cultivated.
结出来调解
To
矛
sum
盾的
up
5种
my
行动。
experience over the years,
第一个
I have
就是信心，
concluded
面
5
对矛盾纠
major
纷，
lessons
我们要
of
有一种
my
迎难而上、不
work.
怕困
The
难的
first
信心。
is
第二个，
courage. You need to be
So,
courageous in front of
每化解一个矛盾纠纷，
disputes.
做到
The second
公
is
平、公正，
justice.
把
You
屁
need
股
to be
短短
fair
地坐
and
在老
just
百姓
and
这一
make
边，
sure that
就
you
没有
take
化
the
解
side
矛
of
盾纠纷。
villagers, and then you will have
第
no
三个
disputes that you cannot
是耐
handle.
心。
The third is patience.
有的纠纷啊比较复杂，
Some of the disputes, they are
一次、
truly sophisticated,
两次化
and
解
you
不
will
了
have to
三次、
get
五
into
次
that dispute
上
for
门说法、
3 or
说
more
理，
more
最
times,
终
and
把
you
它
have to
化解。
knock people's door
第四个细
for
心，
several days in a row before
经
it's
常要在群众中
eventually
走访、
solved.
查问。
And the next is
一
confidence,
旦
and
发
you
现
need
源
to
头上有纠纷要发生，早发现、
walk into
早介入。
the
化
grassroots
解。
and people's
第五个
households,
是
and
重启。
whenever you
我本身一
identify
名
some
村部书记，
disputes, and you should
又是
rush to
全
the
国
front
人大
line.
代表，
And then
党
that
和
is
国
the
家
original
给我这
mission.
么高的
I
荣
am
誉，
a
群众又
CPC
给我
member.
这么
I'm
大
also
信
a
任，
deputy of the
我
NPC.
将牢记
People have
总书记的
placed
嘱托，
on me great
实现
trust.
好
I have
行事代父
always
权经验，
remembered the
把
important
调解
instruction
工
of
作
General Secretary
融入
Xi.
到基层社
I
会治
have
理当中，
incorporated
做到
the work of
大事不
mediation
出错，
and resolution
小
of
事不
people's
出门，
disputes
矛盾不
in
上
my
桥，
work, so as to make
把
sure
所有
that
的纠纷
whenever we have
化
disputes,
解
the
在萌
disputes
芽
can
状
be
态，
resolved
我最大的愿
from
望就
its
是
beginning stage
企业家
from
平安
its
外
own
户和
locality.
谐
So my
这就是我最
greatest
主的
wish
心
is
愿
harmony
谢谢
amongst the people and
谢
the
谢樊九
peace
平代表，
in the
谢
world.
谢，谢谢两位
Thank
代
you.
表，谢谢。
Thank you, two deputies.
现在请第二组代表。
Now let's welcome the second group of deputies.
两位代表分别是
They are
江西萍乡武功山毛店村
Party
党
Branch
总支书
Secretary
记
of
谭
Maodian
新平代
Village,
表，
Wugangshan,
大家好，
Pingxiang, Jiangxi
辽宁
Province,
彰武
Miss
农经
谭
总站
新平
农艺师王秀英代表。
and Miss Wang Xiuying, Agricultural
谢谢。
Economics General
现在请大
Station
家开始
of
提问。
Zhangwu County, Liaoning Province.
请中央广播电视总
Miss
台
Wang
举手的这位
Xiuying,
记
now
者
the
提
floor
问，
is open.
谢谢。
谢谢主持人，两位
Thank
代表
you.
好，我是中央广播电视总台央视的
With
记者。
CMG,
我的问题想
my
提给谭
question
新平
to
代表。谭代
Miss
表
Tan
您好
Xinping.
我知道您是工作
Good
在农
afternoon.
村基
I
层
know
党
you
组
work
织，
at
所以想请您介绍一
the
下您是
party
如何与
branch
乡
at
亲们一
the
起，把
village.
您所在
So
的
how
毛
you
店
work
村打
with
造
the
成一个
villagers
美丽
to
的
build
网
the
红村
Maodian
的？谢谢。
village as a very beautiful
谢
place.
谢您的提问。
Thank you for your
大家
question.
好，我叫
Good
谭新
afternoon.
平，
My name is
来
Tan
自江
Xinping
西萍乡武功山。
from Wugangshan,
是华农山乡
Pingxiang,
毛店村
Jiangxi
党总支书
Province.
记。
I work
我
at
们
Maoding
毛店村曾
Village.
经是一个偏远的小山村，
Previously, it's a very
尽管有
remote,
好山、
small
好水、
village.
好
We
农产
enjoyed
品，
beautiful
但是由
places
于
and
种植
also
没有
very
规
nice
模，
agricultural
销售没有
products,
路子，
but it's not
复
really
兴
in a
复
large
西的
scale,
瓜
and
果蔬
also we
菜
did not
优
have
质大
channel
米
to sell them.
只能在附近
So
的
a lot
集
of
镇低
really
价
the
售卖，
nice products, the
很多
village,
绿色无
the
公害的果蔬
vegetables,
只能堆放
and
在家
also
里，
the
卖不上价钱。
rice actually could not sell at a good price. The local villagers, they spend a lot of efforts around the year, but they could not really get quite a good
打开销
money
路是
back.
关键。
That is
只
why
有
we
把
thought
村里
about
的优质
we
农
should
副产
expand
品
the
走出
channel
大山，
of
迈向
sales.
全
So
国
we，should
村
bring
民
that
才
very
能
nice
增收。
products from the
作为
mountain
村党
to
组织
larger
书记
markets
和来
to
自
help the
农
local
村基
farmers
层
to
代表，
increase their
我
income.
始终牢记
As a deputy
习近
working
平总
at
书
the
记
village,
基
I
层
always
党组
keep in
织
mind
要成为群
General
众致
Secretary
富
Xi
的
saying
领
that
路人的
the
英英
party
主播，
branch should be
带着
the
乡亲们的
leading
期盼，参加全国
team
人代会，
to lead the local
并提
farmers
出了
live a better
倡
life.
督零散型农副农产品销
So
售渠
we
道的建
think
议。
about that, how to
去
really
年
make
武功
suggestions
山
to
农产品
expand
配
the
送中
local
心落户
products
我们毛
sales
店村，
channels.
配送中心匹
And
配
we
了先进
last
的冷
year
链设
also
施，
had the a close
解决
chain
了储
and
存
also the
和
a
保鲜的
distribution
问
and
题，
logistics center
并根据市
available
场的
in
需
the
求
village,
和
so
村里
that
的实
helped
际
to
情
really
况，
bring the
制
fresh
定了精
vegetables
准的
and
种
other
植计划，
products to the
让
market,
乡亲们
so
实
that
现了
also
订
that
单
the
式
center
生产。
help us to do
乡
that
亲们
order by
再也
order
不必盲
production,
目种植，
so that the local
也不用
villagers
拿
do
着
not
农
need to
产品
really
到
take
集
a
镇上
bet
叫卖。
to decide
只要
what
把种出
kind
来
of
的
the
瓜果
product
蔬
they
菜
need
送
to
到配
plant.
送中
So
心，
we have
就
quite
能
the a
现场
clear
完成
target about
现金
what
结
kind
算。
of the products we need to
村里肖大
plant,
爷说，
and also we know
以前啊，
exactly where to
挑着
sell,
菜篮，
and also
要
that
走
the
几
farmers
公里
can
的山路
immediately get
到集
the
镇上卖菜。
money back.
有时候
So
数了一
previously,
整
like the
天
local
都卖不
farmers
出
need
去
to， travel a long
不想过
distance
路。
to the
现
other
在
places to
只要
sell
从
their
地里
products,
采摘回
and
来，
also
送
sometimes
到
they
配
could
送
not
中
really
心，
sold that
就能拿到
the
现钱，
products. But
还
right
是卖
now,
好。
that
可
as
以
long
多
as
种
they
几
bring
箩。
that the products
如
to
今
that the a
我们
logistics
村里
center,
的
they
农
can
副产品
immediately get
正通
that
过配
the
送
a
中心，
benefit.
源源
So
不
that
断
now
的
you
收
could
往
see
城
that
市
a
的
lot
餐
of
桌。
really nice,
不
tasty
仅建了
products
配送
from
中
that
心，
the village
我
and
们 村
through that
还
logistics
与江
center
西
right
省
now
粮
enjoyed
集
by the
团
people
开展
in the
合
center.
作，
And we
推
also
广
work with
优
large
质水稻种
companies
植。
to
现
promote
已
the
推
way
出
of
联名品牌
cultivating that
村
the
民们
rice.
种植水稻的积
And
极
also we
性。
create our
层
own
层上涨。
the rice brand that
同
also
时，
encourage
我
local
们依
people
托武功山
to
景区，
plant rice.
组织村民
And
发
also
展
besides
农
all
宿、
the
农
agriculture
家乐
production,
等。
we also
去
focus
年
on
10
the
月，我们
tourism.
毛店村
And
有
last
幸成为
October,
央视
and Maodian village also very lucky that it could be a few places like the CMG's documentary, and also attract a lot of the people in other places would like to take that tourist destination to our village. And previously, it is a really that bare land right now is full of the available products. Previously, there are a lot of the abandoned rooms, and right now become a very famous and also quite hard to book a room in the village. Previously, people did not know the name of my village, but right now it become a must-go place. So on behalf of all the village in Maodian village, I would send an invitation to all the people. Please do have a visit to Maodian village, Wugongshan, to enjoy that happiness of a harvest and enjoy a beautiful countryside.
谢谢谭
Thank
信
you.
平代表，请大家继续提问。请举手的农民日报记者提问。谢
Next
谢
question, please.
农民日报全媒体记者
With
提问。
Agriculture Daily.
王秀英代表您
My
好，
question is
您
to
来
Wang
自辽
Xiuying.
宁张武，
You
那
come
是我国
from
治沙的
Zhangwu
前沿
of
之一。
Liaoning, and that
您
is
长期
the
从事沙化耕地
front
之
line of
旅，
China's
可以讲讲
desertification
是如
efforts,
何
and you
留
have
住
been
水、
engaged
盘
in
住
this
沙、
for
保
quite
良
some
田的
time,
吗？
and
谢谢。
could you share with us some of
感谢您的
your
提问。
success experience?
大家好，
Thank you for
我
your
是一
question.
名来自辽宁省
I come
富
from
锦市张武县的基层农地推广人员，
Zhangwu County of
在
Liaoning
沙化
Province.
耕地治理及
I'm
农业技术
working
推广方面，
in an agriculture
一干
economics
就是
general
30
station.
年。
I have been
我
doing
的
this job
家
for
乡
more than 30
地
years.
处辽宁省西
My
北
hometown is located in the northwest of Liaoning, in the south of Kurchin Desert. It is a typical area with a very vulnerable situation in between the border of agriculture and desert land. And in the beginning years of the founding of People's Republic of China, 96% of our land was covered by desert. And within 1 hour, the sand could come into the Shenyang city. And we had the saying in our place that when you have wind that blows and you have to light up a candle even in the day. So it is against such harsh environment that in 1952, China's first desertification research station was set up in Zhangwu County. When I was 6 or 7 years old, I followed the steps of my brother and my parents to plant trees on the mountains, and I still remember to this day very vividly the feeling of sand brushed onto my face. And for generations, people from Zhangwu, they have defied the odds and they explored one of the 3 desertification solutions, which is desertification by the plantation of trees. This laid a solid foundation and provided the Zhangwu solution to China's desertification efforts. I'm a senior economist in Zhangwu. We explored to defy the sand through trees and grass and sunshine. And this is a holistic system of solutions. And nowadays, the green coverage of the county reached 96%. The Zhangwu shadow belt was extended to the north by 13 kilometers. The average sand speed reduced from 3.4 meters per second to 1.9 meters per second nowadays, which successfully curbed the southward expansion of the Kurchin Desert and safeguarded the ecological security of Liaoning's northwestern part. Along this process, we also achieved greater prosperity. As I mentioned, we had a lot of sand, and so we have to grow sweet potatoes. To change this situation, I have traveled to all the townships in the north of Zhangwu County. At the very beginning, people couldn't understand why we have to give up growing peanuts and corns and embrace sweet potatoes. And then we comprehensively utilized all types of technology, and we proved that we are right with the green output. My research team was the one to undertake the China's first program of growing corns in desert heat regions, and for 2 consecutive years we have had great harvest. So in so doing, we have transformed the sand into cropland in 2023. The CPC Central Committee launched a crucial battle against desertification, and it was in that year that I became a deputy of the NPC, and I submitted a couple of proposals in this regard, which were accepted by relevant stakeholders, and we also set up the comprehensive desertification belt in the south of Khartoum Desert, and we also set up a comprehensive pilot zone for cropland expansion. So we have accomplished a couple of goals last autumn. We celebrated the harvest in the vast cornfield, and I have seen with my own eyes the smiles on people's faces, and I have truly felt how green development has brought tangible benefits to the villagers. Thank you very much.
现在请第三组代表。
Now let's welcome the third group of deputies.
两位代表分别是
They are
新疆阿勒泰地区文博院馆员
Curator of
卓亚
Cultural
巴赫提代
Museum
表，
of Altai Prefecture from Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region,
湖南
Deputy
中
Zhuoya
科株洲研究
Bahati,
所党委书记、董事
and
长李
Party
东林代
Committee
表。
Secretary Chairman of
大家下午
CRC
好。
Zhuzhou Institute, Mr.
谢谢。
Li Donglin.
现在请大家开始提问，
Now the floor is open to questions.
请第一排举手的这位男士提问，谢谢。
谢谢。光明日报记者提问。
With
我的问题
Guangming
想给
Daily,
卓亚
my
代表。
question
卓亚
to
代表您
Ms.
好。作为
Zhuoya.
一名文物保护工
Good
作者，
afternoon.
请
As
问
a
您在
person
工作中怎
protecting
样理
the
解
cultural
让文
relics?
物传
How
下
through
去、
your
活
work
起来，
to
不断弘扬
understand
中
that
华
how
优
to
秀
carry
传统文
forward
化？
that
谢谢。
the civilization of Chinese culture and make all the cultural relics vivid. Thank you for your question. My name is Zhuoya Bahati from Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region of China. A TV series to the wonder that many people know my hometown, Altai. And here you could enjoy a lot of different ice resorts and also the beautiful lakes and landscapes, and also here reach of the cultural relics. And we talk about through the years that the people from different ethnic groups created the appreciable the cultural relics and civilizations. And also you could find a lot of the documentary also started from a painting rock or rock painting from Altai. I believe that's one of the way to make the cultural relics live again. So as a curator, one of my daily routine is to really check that the immovable cultural relics. In our museum, we have a very special one. It's a flying house horse. You could see at the show that's the dynamic, and also you could see that the energy. I believe you could kind of that familiar with that the horse turns on the swallow. I believe this is also that the treasure on the Silk Road. It's our responsibility to protect and also to carry forward the civilization of all these cultural relics. As a deputy working at the grassroots and the front line of the National People's Congress, one of my key jobs is how to better to preserve and manage the immovable cultural relics. Because if you look at the Altai Prefecture, a lot of that cultural relics actually outside. So that's exposure to the area, to the wind. For example, like the painted rock paintings, that's kind of the examples. So I also made a notion and to suggest that we could use the digital way to help us to first understand that the painting lines, the details of all these paintings, and also that could help us do the restoration work afterwards. That also got the feedback from the relevant authorities. And also started from this year, the law of the People's Republic of China on the protection of cultural relics. Also in fact, that also give us a good ground to continue our work. We have 40 team members in 8 teams and also work with the people from other areas. We check from A to Z all the cultural relics in terms of immovable cultural relics, and also to study how the way of work and the living, how that impact the condition of the cultural relics. We know that the cultural relics actually speaks the tremendous value of Chinese civilization and also our history. I believe that is also our duty to protect them well and also to make them live again. I believe that's also one of our key jobs. Thank you.
谢谢，请大家继续提问。请第一排举手的女士提问。
Next question, please.
谢谢主持人。中国人大杂志社记者提问，李东林代表您好。高铁是中国亮丽的名片之一。作为来自高端装备制造业的代表，您觉得应该如何更好推动科技创新和产业创新融合发展？谢谢。
Integrated development of science-tech and industrial innovation.
大家好。
Thank you for your question. I come from the Hunan delegation. My name is Li Donglin. I come from Zhuzhou CRRC Institute. We are located, of course, in Zhuzhou. Zhuzhou is renowned as the cradle of China's high-speed railway. It has the largest high-speed railway industrial cluster. 90% of the high-speed railway products come from Zhuzhou. And also following the steps of Belt and Road, our products are exported to 70 countries and regions in the world. And last year, our total economic scale exceeded 160 billion yuan. And President Xi Jinping has given us a lot of appraisals, and he hailed our efforts as the microcosm of China's manufacturing success and a golden business call of China's manufacturing industry. And my institute has embraced the path of high-tech innovation. 80% of the technologies have been commercialized into the industrial level, and we talked about the integration of high-tech innovation and industrial innovation, and we have the following observations. First, we have to allow high-tech innovation to play a leading role because it is the engine of industrial development. Each and every year, our R&D investments account for more than 8% of our revenue. We are focusing on security, power, and control of EMU chains. We have successfully transformed from industrial chips to security independent technologies. So that is why China is leading in terms of high-speed railway trains. And not long ago, the CR450, the high-speed EMU, was rolled off the production line. It has a design speed of 400 kilometers per hour. We are behind the power and control solution of this system. Additionally, we need to promote the efficient commercialization of high technology. We have to embrace integration because right now we have 400 enterprises on the chain and 28 national level innovation platforms and 34 professional institutions of higher education. And we believe that within one cup of coffee time, you can produce tens of thousands of parts and the components for high-speed railway. Our efficiency has shortened the cycle of development, and from an idea to a product, we are truly able to deliver within a very short period of time. And because of our technology, we have also incubated new energy vehicles and the new energy industry so that the transportation and new energy can be truly integrated into one industry. And we are already spearheading the industry so that we are able to serve the transformation of China's energy mix. And last but not least, I believe it's important to concentrate on talents. Talents are the most important assets. Over the years, we are able to bring in talents and retain them, and we have made some meaningful explorations. And we believe talents are of great significance, focusing on smart algorithms and smart grid management technology. We built a number of laboratories and set up a talent park. So we also built a supportive environment for innovation. So as long as we have a good environment, we will be able to attract the talents. We also work with the local government to build a AI Research Academy to bring on board the leading talents in this regard, so as to facilitate China's aviation, high-speed railway, and Beidou navigation systems, so as to constantly bring value and added value to this industry. At the end of the day, we are able to benefit everyone and create a splendid future for all of us. Thank you very much to both deputies.
谢谢。 媒体朋友们，
Dear friends from the
今天
media,
下午闭幕会结束后，
after the
大会新闻
NPC
中心
concludes this
将举行
afternoon,
第三场
the
部
press
长
center
通道，
of the
邀请
session will
自然资
host
源部、
the third
文化
minister's
和旅游
corridor.
部
We are going to
体育总局
invite
共3个部门的主要
the
负责人出
ministers of
席。
natural
欢迎
resources,
大家
culture
关
and
注。
tourism, and
今
general
天的
administration
代
of
表通道
sport
到
to
此结
meet
束
the press.
谢谢各位
This
代
is
表，
the end of
谢谢大
today's
家，
deputies
再
corridor.
见。
Thank you very much.